Hello everyone, myself Arnabjyoti Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Radiology, Assam Downtown University. Today I am going to discuss about MRI brain. What are the sequence we are using? The basic sequence we need to apply for MRI brain. If the brain parenchyma is normal, for normal brain we are using these are the sequences. First we have to use the localizer 3-plane. 3-plane means that there will be trans means axial, trans or axial. Second will be the sagittal and coronal. These three types of localizer we are using. Then we are using T2 axial. Trans means axial. There we are written here T2 TSE. TSE means turbo spin echo. Sometimes there we can see that T will be omitted. So remember one thing, SE means spin echo. So we have to use spin echo T2 sequence for axial. Okay. Then we are using DWI EP3 tra. Okay. Sometimes, so basically you have to know DWI. Okay, you are using the DWI axial. Don't be confused about EPI. That EPI means ecoplanar imaging. That means ecoplanar sequence we have to use. Okay, DWI means diffusion weighted imaging. To diffusion weighted axial sequence we have to take. Okay, next T2 flare trans if required. That means if it is necessary, then only we are taking this flare sequence. But flare, basically we are having coronal. We need the coronal flare. Okay, flare means fluid attenuated inversion recovery. Okay, that means we'll suppress the fluids among the brain. Next we'll take the T1 SC coronal. SC means, already I said, SC means spinico coronal. Okay, then again we are taking T2 TSC SAS. SAS means sagittal, cor means coronal. Okay, SC means spinico. Okay, so T1 coronal, this is also if requirement, then only we are taking. And basically for this we are taking axial 1 coronal DWI T2 SAS. Okay, if sometimes some lessons we have seen, then we are taking the other sequences. But remember one thing, we have to plan this sequence. For the sequences we have to plan according to our corpus callosum. If corpus callosum is downwards like this way, then our angulation should be like this. If corpus callosum is like this way, down this side, then we have to angle like this way. Okay, the next will be the goes to post contrast. If we needed the contrast sequence, then remember one thing, for contrast we always use T1 sequences. T1 FS means fat saturation, fat suppress or fat saturation. That means we have to suppress the fats, and we are using the T1 spinico sequence. After post gadolinium, the contrast we are using in the MRI is gadolinium. So post gadolinium we are using by giving, after giving this giving this gadolinium, we are using T1 coronal, T1 axial and T1 sagittal. Okay, sagittal if requirement, then only we are take. Otherwise T1 coronal and axial we must have to take. Okay, but remember one thing, that will be also the spinico sequences. Okay, next we are, if any angiography, that means any vessels we have to see, then again we have to take one localizer plane. In that plane I already told you that we have to be axial, sagittal and coronal section. Okay, then in that plane, if you are doing in a continuous process, then no need to take this axial. From this axial you can plane. Okay, for TOF means time of flight, that is for angiography, time of flight 3D sequence. This is for multi slab, that means slab will be multiple slab we are taking. Okay, this is for axial section. From that axial section we can make the 3D image, that is time of flight. Okay, next, if any requirement for vanography, then we are taking MR vano. Okay, for MR vano, again that localizer we have to take. From that localizer we are taking the axial, that is turbospin echo. Remember, again I am talking that T is not mandatory, that it will be everywhere in your system. So remember this spin echo, the spin echo T2 sequences. After that we will take PC 3D SAS. PC means phase contrast 3D sequences. It will be in sagittal mode. Okay, after that TOF, again we are taking TOF, but it is in 2D mode. That is why it is phenography. If it will be 3D mode, then it will be angiography. Okay, that much for your brain. Thank you so much.